The first question has to be for everyone who is coming into this. We've had many iterations of Lois and Clark and Superman and Lois Lane, the reporter too. So, just for them to kind of quickly start, Tyler, can you tell us, what is this show and what isn't it? I mean, it's not going to be a lot of the same things we've seen before, right? But it does have what we love as well.
Yeah, I would say what it's not an origin story. I feel like what it is a chance for a lot of fans of the character who maybe feel like at one point in their life when they were growing up, they could look at this character who was in a place in life that they would someday get to. They feel like they've surpassed that time in their life. They now have a chance to reconnect with the character going through something that they are going through currently or still looking forward to going through, which is, having a family and raising kids. So I think it's an exciting opportunity for people who are fans of the character to reconnect with it, and also for a younger generation to discover the character in a completely different way.
And one of the cool things is that we now have a family as well. This new dynamic. When this whole idea was approached to have children make almost as much trouble as supervillains at some points as well. So, did you try to think about the fact that, as Lois and Clark, you're going to have a lot of storylines that have never been broached before?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that you have two people who are really at the pinnacle of their, careers. Superman is Superman. Lois Lane is one of the most respected and famous journalists in the world. Where they are failing and where they are fallible is as parents. And I think that's part of what makes them really relatable, because they are messing up right and left. And one of the reasons they do decide to move from Metropolis, Lois begrudgingly, because she is very much a city girl, to Smallville, Kansas, is that they're realizing that they maybe have been prioritizing their careers to the detriment of their kids. So the show really does revolve around Lois and Clark as parents, and how they're kind of messing up right and left. And I think it's fun that you're seeing these sort of superheroes in their own right be vulnerable, and seeing a side of them where they're not perfect all the time.
Well, and now we have teenage angst mixed with powers as well, right? So there's a lot of other levels that come to it as well. So talk about, I guess, did you all, as a family, go out to a Denny's? I mean, what did you do to kind of, as actors, come together as a family? What did you guys do to figure out? I mean, to go to a water park? I don't know what a super family does exactly. So,
it's one of those things. I'm sure we would have had a lot of great ideas, but with our world being what it is today and all the COVID protocols and everything we have, that kind of stuff wasn't as available to us as it would have been in the past. But we found time, and lucky for us, Bitsie and I. It's fair to say we get along. We have a lot of fun working together, so we have a good time. And Jordan Elsas and Alex Garvin, who play our kids, they're great. They're great guys, and we've actually been really lucky to get to know them while we've been here. I got to do a hike with them before we started, and there's something outdoors and with space, and so we've been able to do stuff like that. But yeah, it's just one of the many things that with what the world is right now, it just makes things a little bit different than they used to be.
We did audition with both of them before they were cast, I think, which was very cool of Warner Brothers and the CW. It was very important to them that, there was good chemistry with Tyler and I, who had already been cast at that point, and the sons. And they were, you guys will be blown away. They're both teenagers, and they are just exceptional talents.
Well, I'm very, very excited for this show. Especially in this world as well. There's so many ways you're connected to the CW and all the superheroes out there too. But, being Superman and Lois, do you also feel that, you kind of miss that ComicCon-ness where you get to be there and you see the multitudes of the nerds and the shirts and all those people out there? You got to see, a flavor of that before we got into this. But rolling out your new show now, what's your imagination of those fans out there right now?
I think there's a lot of things in this first episode that immediately is going to be a great little treat for the fans. There's some Easter eggs in there that I think people will be excited about. On a personal note, I miss Comic-Con tremendously. I think I've been about 6 or 7 times now between the old Teen Wolf days and then once for the Superman of it all. So looking forward to when we can do that again, to coming back with this group of people. It's a great group, and I think we'll have a lot of fun. So fingers crossed that's sooner than later.
I miss ComicCon too. We went every year for Grimm, and it was awesome. I will say, and I think, I've said this before, Tyler and I take these roles very seriously. We respect how iconic they are. And I feel like we have to earn the fandom. I don't think we're just automatically going to get people tuning in because it's Superman. I think that people will, or I'm hoping that people really respect and like the show. We're doing something different. Even just the way the show is shot is really different. We're using widescreen anamorphic lenses, very muted colors. It's a Smallville that's very, it's almost like a ghost town. It's barren. And it just feels very realistic and timely. And we really hope that people like it.
Very cool. Well, I want to thank you both so much for talking with us today. This show is a lot of fun, but it also has a much different tone than we've seen before with Lois and Clark. It's a little more thoughtful than just throw a villain. So there's a lot more things to think about, and I think that's going to wrap up the fans really well. So I hope you are both happy and healthy, as well as everyone in your life, and I hope you have a fantastic day.
Thanks, man. You too.
Be good.
Cheers.